Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, David Riggleman, Communications Director for the City of Las Vegas. Coming up on this program, another beautiful master plan community is coming to the Northwest, and the Ward 6 Festive Fantasy Forest is set to open soon. Say that fast. The councilwoman, who is our Mayor Pro Tem and represents Ward 6, Michelle Fiore, joins me now. Mayor Pro Tem, great to have you on the program again. How are you?
I am great. It's always great to do Access with you and let our
you.
folks know what we're doing.
Exactly, and we are going to do that today.
Yeah.
You know Ward 6 very well, like the back of your hand. If you're not exactly sure where Ward 6 is located, well, we're going to give you the answer. It's right there at the top of the valley with the big 6, appropriately enough. If you live in that area or work in that area, then you are in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. And of course, if you're a resident out there, you are represented by Michelle Fiore. Councilman, probably should start off right off the bat. Mayor Pro Tem, we had a big vote at City Council recently on November 6th about the homeless, the camping, no lodging ordinance. A lot of misinformation and misunderstanding about what this ordinance will or won't do. It's certainly not to criminalize homelessness.
Right.
The idea is to get the homeless into services that are available. And here's the big takeaway I think that a lot of people miss. There are 107 cities in the United States that have a similar ordinance to this one.
Yes, and that's a lot of, we can have political disagreements, we can have informed discussions, we can agree not to agree, but when, agencies and groups out there literally put out false misrepresentation of information, then that's not okay. So our ordinance is for basically safety, health, and sanitation.
Right.
We have copied ordinances over 107 other cities where our ordinance only affects the downtown area and the residential areas of the city of Las Vegas, whereas to the 107 that we are very much alike, there are also 64 cities nationally that have a complete citywide ban. That means it's just not in their downtown, it's the whole city, like Denver, Orlando, you have these big cities, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm sorry, but there's no camping. And here with the city of Las Vegas, if we do not have the space or the beds, then we do not enforce the ordinance.
Right.
And then
Key point.
Yeah, it's a big key point. And then here's the other key point. This ordinance went into effect November 10th, and the ordinance we will not actually enforce it until January of 2020.
At the end of January, actually February 1st.
90 days,
yeah.
So we're going to take 90 days to start cleaning up our downtown area, to start educating our folks that want to camp in public and private right-of-ways. And this way it's going to take, 90 days. So people get the message. We're going to put signs up, no camping. And it's really important that the right information gets out there. When you look at, once the ordinance does go into effect in January of next year, they have options. If a marshal or a police officer comes up to you and says, listen, you can't camp here, you have the option to move. Just, take your tent or wherever you're doing and walk away. Or if you go, well, I have nowhere to go, then we will literally transport you to our locations,
the courtyard, or to the other services.
And with our services, you're looking at, Dr. Hibbler said it so fabulously. She said, hired, housed, and healthy. With our corridor of hope, that's our 3 missions. We take people that are homeless and we get them a job. We get them healthy and we get them in a house. So hired, housed, and healthy. It's very important that people understand this concept, this ordinance. I really feel bad for the misinformation. People were literally informed and lied to, saying that the city of Las Vegas is having Metro
and criminalizing homelessness.
Round them up and throw them in jail. That is not what we're doing.
You bring up such a good point there. Our city attorney, Brad Jerbick, really emphasized that at the council meeting on November 6th. His point was, it's nobody's intent to round up homeless people and put them in jail for 6 months or to fine them $1,000. The idea is this gives the authorities the opportunity to move these folks to the services that are available to them. And to prevent people from just camping wherever. But again, the goal was never to just throw people in jail. That was never the plan here.
That's right, and it's still not the plan. So again, we had some disruptive individuals. We've had individuals literally come to the mic and lie to us. And it was really, I have to give kudos to our mayor. Our mayor is loved by everyone in the city across the United States and across the world, because I travel a lot, and wherever I go, they know Oscar and Carolyn Goodman. They really have made an impact. You look at the city of Las Vegas and how far we've come in the last 20 years of the Goodmans, and we'll have 25 years of the Goodmans, and what a legacy they left. The disrespect to our mayor and council was beyond anything I've ever seen, ever. And I really, again, Mayor Goodman was a rock star. She handled it so appropriately, and she was firm. When she had to be firm, she was firm. And I'm very proud of her. I'm proud that she's the mayor of the city of Las Vegas.
Well, I know that she appreciated the support that she got from all the council members, all the rest of the council, all 7 together, the 6 others. I think it's important too. You bring up another very good point. While the ordinance goes into effect November 10th, that was the day that went into effect, it will not be enforced until the end of January. So effectively February 1 is when it will be enforced. So that gives everyone plenty of time to understand what's going on here. And again, the intent isn't just to round people up and throw them in jail. That was not the idea. The idea is this is a tool to get people into the services who otherwise have resisted those services that are available to help them.
Without a doubt.
And as you say, it balances out certainly the needs of the homeless, but then also the needs of the community who are impacted by homeless encampments in front of their businesses or in front of their homes even. So.
You are right. You are absolutely right. So, yeah.
All right. Well, taking a step forward. And again, the mayor said this all along. We know this isn't the answer to all of our homeless problems, but it's a step. Her feeling being it's been many, many years. We've talked and spent hundreds of millions of dollars on the homeless issue, and the problems still are there. So she's trying to move the ball to a different location to try to have something actually improve. That's the idea. So let's move on here. Talk about something. You have a lot going on in your ward here. You posted this on Facebook. I love it. Today we broke ground on Sunstone, a new master plan community in our beautiful Northwest. And Councilwoman, this is going to be quite the community. You've got a lot of incredible master plan communities that are out in your neck of the woods now.
Yes, we do, because we have the dirt.
Got the space. That's right.
Yep. And Sunstone, they were just here in our city hall, and we had the director of our IT, Michael Sherwood, meet with them. That is going to turn into a smart community.
Wow.
Is that exciting?
Councilwoman, explain to people what that means. What is a smart community?
So a smart community means you can, your house will be wired and built for if you want to walk into a room and the lights go on, your internet access, just the house is smart.
You can have Alexa, turn the heat on and off, all that.
Absolutely.
Right,
so wherever you are, it's just a smart house. So it's going to be really amazing.
Wow, that's amazing. And this is in addition to so many other great communities that you have out there. So,
well, the BLM is finally selling off big parcels out there, 20, 30, 40 acres. We've got that 1,200 acres going out there. I mean, we're just growing, and we're growing north.
Yeah, that's exciting stuff. That's exciting. It's going to change, again, the complexion of the city. Just give so many new options for people to live and amenities for them to enjoy.
Yeah.
So, and then speaking of growing and new things, Eggworks ribbon cutting. This was out at Farm in Tule Springs, right? This is the new restaurant out there. We love when new places open up. It means that our economy is moving again.
Well, you think of Eggworks, and you've got to think of the Egg and I on Sahara and how they've grown.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, I've been going to Eggworks for 25 years. It was the Egg and I on Sahara, and then they opened one in Summerlin, and now they have one in our ward. And I have to tell you, if you haven't been to Eggworks, you have to go to Eggworks just for the train. They have a locomotive train that rides around the whole restaurant, and they have egg art. It's really funny, but it's egg art, and it's just beautiful. And the food is great, and the atmosphere is lovely.
And I know that you love when new businesses open in your ward. Yeah.
Well, he just created 50 new jobs. 50 new jobs in Ward 6.
Nothing to sneeze at,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We love it.
Yeah.
So good stuff. Congratulations, Eggworks. Good luck on your new location. Wish you the very best. You posted this on Facebook too. Speaking of new cool things, fun night celebrating a new restaurant in downtown Las Vegas and supporting the Las Vegas Mayor's Fund. This is at the old Ferguson's Motel, which has of course been renovated, and there's a new restaurant in there called La Monja. Did I say that correctly?
La Monja.
La Monja.
Yeah. So I have to tell you, again, our mayor and a lot of things with this restaurant. We work hard with the Mayor's Fund, and the mayor's staff was there, of course. And, of course, our fabulous mayor. I'm sorry. I'm so proud of her. She, I have to tell you, David, and I haven't told anyone this, I've been politically active now for a decade. And no one has had more influence on me politically than our mayor. And she's
She
amazing.
would be honored to hear you say that.
She's amazing. Yeah, amazing woman. I can tell you that she is my political mentor, without a doubt.
You know, and for people that don't know what the Mayor's Fund is, we should explain. Government can only afford so much and fund so much. So the Mayor's Fund is an opportunity for the community. If there are certain aspects of whatever it might be, if there's something within the community that more money, more funds is needed, the Mayor's Fund is a way for the public and private sectors to get together to add that additional funding. So it's a great program. Many cities around the country have it. It just supplements the government funding to kind of make sure that where we lack things, the private sector can fill in, and it's a great concept.
That's right.
So glad that that night contributed to that opportunity. And then again, I think all things food are always a winner, right? You can't miss with food and pets and kids, right? You posted this on Facebook. You said Market Grill Cafe October Opa Fest is amazing, and I love Greek food, and I love the Market Grill, in fact, too. It's a great family-owned restaurant here in town. They have multiple locations, but this is their take on Oktoberfest. They have an Opa Fest, which is a lot of fun.
Oh, they have belly dancers, David. They have everything, and the food, and I actually tasted a Greek beer. And it was pretty darn good.
You know, they are pretty good. They are pretty good. Greek food overall, it's right up there on my list. You know, it's outstanding. Joe and his family that own the restaurant, great citizens, great corporate citizens of
and they're
our
amazing.
city. Yeah, they
and
are.
all their kids and grandkids, and their mom, who's 80-something, is still there working every day.
A lot of these are her recipes.
Yes. I mean, it's just amazing.
So excellent. We love that. An Opa Fest, that's very clever and very ingenious. You know, it's we're not going to just let Oktoberfest rule. So. And then, Councilwoman, this is great. Huckleberry Park reopened, and we opened with the dog park edition,
so they needed some help, and so we at the city, I went into our park fund and we created a space for small and large dogs. We fenced it off. We had to put like another door or wall somewhere, and so we did that. So now they have a park area for small dogs and a park area for large dogs.
Big dogs.
And this is a temporary space because we're going to be making a bigger dog park when they finish constructing.
Didn't realize that. Okay.
Yep. So this is a little temporary space. And so what happened was they had to close their dog park area down because of the construction in the park, because they're building another portion of the park.
So this just fills in the meantime.
And this fills in,
Gotcha.
So the city picked it up.
You know, those are great too. Those dog parks are set up, Jerry Walker and his people and our operations and maintenance department. They'll have generally 3 phases, so that they'll have a large dog area, small dog, and then a third where they can rotate so that the grass has a chance to recover from, you know, all the activity of the dogs and people walking on it.
That's right.
It rotates through and then looks beautiful all year round then. So, well, that's awesome. So when are we going to have Huckleberry Park completely finished?
I think they are looking at the beginning of next year.
Wow.
So I think,
Coming up.
Yeah, coming up. Yeah, they're fast.
So you folks out in the Northwest in Ward 6, Huckleberry Park, keep your eye on it. It's going to be coming back.
It's going to be bigger and better, bigger and better.
That's what we need. Councilwoman loved this. National Night Out took place first Tuesday in October. And this was a joint. This is interesting because Wards 2, 4, and 6, kind of all of our Northwest wards, got together for this event, right?
Yes, we had Councilman Stavros Anthony. We had Councilwoman Victoria Seaman with us. Commissioner Brown was supposed to show. I don't think he was feeling well that day. But it's amazing when we get our police and our community together And, you know, it's a different time today, and our police are really, truly, they work together with the community, they're friends of the communities, and I have to just give kudos to our police, our Metro. They are amazing, and our firefighters were there, our marshals were there, and our marshals, again, people don't realize our city marshals are out there, and they are good, and so it was all there.
We have hundreds of acres of parks, hundreds of city facilities, rec centers, other city buildings around the community. And their job is to supplement, really, Metro. Metro's not going to patrol the parks. They're not going to patrol our city facilities. So our marshals provide that service. They provide the security at the city facilities, parks, and community centers, et cetera. And then also work in conjunction with Metro to keep those areas safe.
It's true.
So, yeah,
it's
supplements.
True.
Yeah.
And I just have to say again, hands down, these folks work hard for our safety.
Yeah, they sure do. What's great about National Night Out is you have an opportunity to meet with the first responders who are going to be patrolling your area, whether it be firefighters, paramedics, whatever it might be, police officers, and have a chance to kind of get to know them a little bit. You can talk to them, they can talk to you, and you get to have that little exchange of dialogue. It's just nice to know the people who are kind of keeping an eye on your neighborhood, get to know them a little bit better. So.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just, they are amazing. And I love the fact that the community is so active.
Yeah, that was a great turnout. And National Night Out, we should tell everybody, if you're thinking this is like deja vu, didn't we just have that? It's generally the first Tuesday in August, but in some of the warmer climates like our own, we also do it in October to make it a little less hot.
Yeah, and we did it at Police Memorial Park,
up.
so that was really nice.
So Arizona, Florida, Nevada, we do it in October. And so that's why we had some of the celebrations or the observances in August, we did, but then we have other ones in October. And I noticed that the turnout in October is generally a little bit better. It's nicer to be outside.
Weather.
Exactly.
Beautiful weather.
Exactly. So if you've missed it, don't worry. National Night Out will be returning again, either the first Tuesday in August or the first Tuesday in October of next year. And it started out as National Leave the Light On. It was an idea for neighbors to kind of keep an eye on one another. And it's really grown to now it's a combination of knowing your neighbors, also knowing your first responders too. So
yes, and I love that. I just love that.
And Councilwoman, we'll talk about this. You had your Ward 6 Day. This was October 4th. One of the great things here is that you took care of a 3D printer, right?
Yes.
For one of the schools. Tell us about this.
So we have 17 schools in Ward 6.
Wow.
And so I always ask the schools, we send out emails from our office, is there something you need? What can we do? And Joseph Neal Elementary School really wanted a 3D printer. So we raised the money, we got him a 3D printer, and we took it to him, and now we'll have someone teach him how to use it. And so these are the things that I really like to make sure that our students in our schools have the supplies that they need. And if they don't, I'll dial for dollars and figure out what they need, raise the money, and buy it.
You know, that's one of the things I think people should understand, and I think most people do, is that we don't really have any jurisdiction over the school district, but what the city does, we work very hard to try to supplement what the school district is doing, either in before school programs, after school programs, or as Mayor Pro Tem is just saying, by helping them acquire equipment, things that they need, resources that they need that they otherwise couldn't afford. So, it's great stuff.
It's good stuff, and they're going to love it. And we gave them color ink, and I can't wait to see what they print first.
Right, and it's the wave of the future. Kids are going to be, those will be old hat before we know it. Councilwoman, you had a shredding event November 9th. These are huge.
They always are busy.
They are,
and it's something that everybody needs because we have accumulating paper all year
with
long.
all kinds of critical information on it, right?
And you don't want to throw it in the garbage.
No, good Lord, no.
And the great thing about our shredding event is we just pick the boxes out of the car. Some people wanted their boxes back, so we emptied what's in the box into the shredder, and they watched their stuff being shredded right now, so they weren't nervous. Most folks just gave us their shredding, and that was it. But some folks wanted to see it actually being, which was fine. It's very cautious. And again, we had a lot of folks there. We always do, and it's always a really great turnout.
Yeah, it's people are so, I think, dialed into identity theft and the danger of it. And what's so great about our events, I say this every time, but if you get one of those little shredders at home, it just kind of goes through and makes everything in little strips. And if you worked at it, you could easily put the paper back together.
Absolutely.
But the shredders that we have at these events just literally pulverize the paper into, it's like confetti.
Nothing,
so I defy anyone to be able to put that back together after it's gone through that machine.
Without a doubt.
And then the little bits that are left, they recycle.
Yes.
So you're helping all the way around by being involved. So
it's really cool. It's a cool event and so needed.
and you're always out there, which is great. People can meet you and see you, talk with you. So it's a chance just to visit kind of an informal setting where you can chat and they can tell you what's going on, and I'm sure they always do anyway.
Oh, they do.
Yes, exactly. And then you can, go from there and try to figure out.
Our ward is boisterous.
Yes, right.
It's
That's
very
right.
boisterous.
So, well, they know they can talk to you. So, and then love this, Mayor Pro Tem, Fantasy Forest. You started this. Was it last year or the year before?
It was last year. It was my first year out. Yeah, so 2 years. So this will be our second year.
The second annual. This is the Christmas Fantasy Forest. It's going to be Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays starting on December 6th through the 22nd out at Floydland Park at Tule Springs. Now, what is so cool about this is you kind of go through and see all of the different trees that are set up, right? All different themes through the area there, right?
Yes, and so we have our community partners, and they'll pick a tree and they'll decorate it. But my favorite thing about the Fantasy Forest is Santa Claus. We have the real Santa Claus there every weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, every weekend.
Get
so
your picture
everyone
taken,
can come and take a picture. Because I remember I used to have to stand online for hours at the malls to take a picture with Santa and get a candy cane. And we give out presents to every child that comes.
These are the things that are going on. It isn't just the forest itself. As you can see, Mayor Pro Tem is talking about on December 6th is the tree lighting. And then there's a toy giveaway December 21st from 2 to 5. And then, as Mayor Pro Tem said, you can come and get your picture with Santa. That's Fridays from 5 to 7, and then Saturdays from 2 to 5. So.
Yes, so it's going to be so cool. Yeah, and we've got the real deal.
That is the real Santa.
We got the real deal.
That guy, he's spot on. I mean,
he
is
is.
Santa.
He is.
He looks really good. Great program. There's a lot going on in
There's
your
a
ward.
lot going on. There's a lot going on, but we love it. We love it.
Anything else you want to add before we tell everybody goodbye here?
No, I just want to say our council, I'm very proud of our mayor and our council. You know, we had a tough council, this past council, and they all, really handled it well.
Well, you were right there amongst it all for sure. We want to tell everybody out there, you guys are all very, very accessible. We want to hear from you. So if there's something that you'd like to share with our Mayor Pro Tem, Michelle Fiore, you can always find her on Facebook and Twitter. She's very active. And you can also contact her just by picking up the phone. We still have those around here, 702-229-6405. Or send her an email. Her address is mfiore, that's M-F-I-O-R-E, at lasvegasnevada.gov. And she or her wonderful team, they will get back to you with whatever issue you have going on, right?
We will. Thank you, David. It's always a pleasure.
Vice versa. Well done. Good to see you. And I should tell you that our next City Council, our next Access City Council show begins airing on November 21st with Ward 1 City Councilman Brian Knudsen. And of course, you can catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Now, as we go to close the show this time around, we leave you with a look back at the very fun and spooky Ward 6 Halloween at the Y event. Enjoy, and we'll see you next time around.
Thank you.